This is All Hitches, the Nova Football Podcast.
Yo, tune in, lock in, it's the All Hitches Show. Dash and Dan on the mic, let the Nova tales flow. From the booth to the field, we hitch up the truth. All Hitches Podcast, drop the beat, here's the proof. Dash and Dan in the cut, bringing heat to the game.
This episode is brought to you by Fairfax Football Academy, the best QB training and development in Northern Virginia. Follow on Instagram at Fairfax Football Academy. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. This show is sponsored by Natural Red Catering. Traditional caterer located in Springfield that deliver to all of Northern Virginia. They do slow smoked barbecue, lots of other cuisine. Mesa loves the brisket. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. All right, they do high school banquets, homecoming, prom, pregame, postgame, you name it, all seasons. They do it. And as a little bonus, and you're going to find out how good it is. Some of the players are going to find out how good it is later on. They will be providing smoked turkey leg at the playoff game pre-Thanksgiving. So these are the guys to go to for any catering, Natural Red Catering. All right, welcome back to All Hitches, Nova's #1 football podcast. Coach Mesa, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you? Let me tell you something. This is my favorite sports time of the year. October and November, I think, are the two best sports months out of the whole year. The air is getting crisp, right? Because that's where football's supposed to be like. You got and I love football. Football is my favorite sport. But playoff baseball might be the best playoff you could have because every at-bat seems gigantic. And the other thing is, your guy might only get 3 at-bats, 4 at-bats for the whole game, right? Yeah. I mean, can you imagine, like, if you're watching an NBA game and Michael Jordan only got to take 4 shots? And that's all the shots he was going to get for the whole game. You know, I love playoff baseball. I like it when it's cold. Like I said, these are the two. I would think these are 2 best sports months out of the year.
I think you're right. I might bump it back just a little bit, or forward. I shouldn't say back, forward. When NHL starts up, NBA starts up, NFL is going, and you might catch the tail end of the series.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like I'm with you just a little bit later because then you get 2 more sports starting up.
Again, October, November.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Because here's the other thing. College football still has a regular season.
Yeah, college football.
I feel like once – I know we have the playoffs now, but I feel like once you get to bowl season, it gets kind of wonky. I mean, don't get wrong. I mean, I love watching the bowl games. But I just think right now you have teams who are fighting to win their conference. I just think this – and not every team in the NFL has been eliminated yet. Again, playoff baseball. Basketball starts up at the end of the month.
I'm with you. I agree. Now, if there's a second season – let me ask you that. Second season, what do you think it'd be?
The second, like
your second favorite time of year for sports.
Favorite time of year.
I think you go all the way over. Now, I know it kills me to say it. Football's not in session. However, you got NBA, you got NHL, you got MLB start kicking off.
Yeah.
And you have March Madness.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean,
right?
Although I've never been a big March Madness guy, oddly enough.
I'm not even a huge college basketball guy.
Yeah.
Outside of March Madness, I'm the guy who's catching up on the whole season that they missed. Yeah. Reading up on each team as I fill up my bracket. I become an expert, that time of year. But yeah, that's a fun time of year. But nothing. I'm with you. Nothing tops this time of year.
October, November. It's the best time to be a sports fan.
Well, and one of the reasons, my friend, that it's one of the best times of year is because you have great players making great plays.
Yeah. We had some really disturbing guys this week. Got that Player of the Week award.
We really did. And to kick it all off here, buddy, we're going to get to Players of the Week. And as always, Players of the Week brought to you by Team DDA. They've led the Northern Virginia real estate market for over 36 years. They build relationships. They deliver results. Contact them today at teamdda.com. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. Mason.
Yeah.
These guys today, buddy. We were watching these games in awe last night.
Yeah. A lot of really close games. I mean, weird week too. I mean, I guess we'll get into it when we talk about the games, but there are some guys who had some really phenomenal weeks this week.
Oh, a lot of things on the line.
Yeah.
A lot of things. We're starting to see, conferences on the line now in some of these matchups.
Yeah, because
essentially.
Yeah, because now you're out of non-district play, right?
Right.
District play, and now you're playing teams that you play every year.
And let's start from the top right now. I mean, speaking of which, right, in the national, and we're starting a lot of interconference play right now.
Yeah.
Uh, Justice and Annandale, big
Mm.
game for those two teams. And Adnan, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, a big win.
Annandale.
Yeah, and a big overtime win for that. And
Yeah.
we'll talk about that game in a little bit. But yeah, 3 touchdowns, almost 3 or 4 of the Bundy. Why am I?
4 is the Bundy.
4 is the Bundy's, one away from the Bundy, one away from the Bundy.
Yeah, but
But you
still.
know, I mean, that's a story he's going to tell for the rest of his life, right? Hey, big game, overtime game, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, man, a tough runner. Annandale has a history of tough running. I told you this.
Yeah.
And who knows? Adnan could be the next one in the lore of Annandale, great Annandale running backs.
I just thought of this right now. What if we named the district players of the week after the legendary head coaches from that thing? Like
Yeah.
that could be the Dick Adams.
You're right.
The Dick Adams Player of the Week.
Well, if we do the Dick Adams Player of the Week, he brought the trophy home.
He did.
Right. Nice job. All right. Liberty District. We got love this one, buddy. Love this one. Chicken shawarma for everyone. Bobby Shea, forced fumble, and a scoop and score. Yorktown in the victory.
Yeah, Yorktown with a big win. Yorktown helping lead Yorktown to a 3-0 start in the Liberty District. Essentially solidifying themselves. They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They've got 3 wins, and they pretty much solidified themselves a playoff spot. And that Yorktown defense is really playing really well right now.
It is playing well. And anytime, I always think I call the Khalil Mack, right? You know, Lawrence Taylor, some of these guys who could do that. Guys who can cause their own fumble, pick up their own cause fumble, and then scoop and score.
Yeah.
That's always an impressive thing.
And the Liberty would probably be the Bruce Hansen, right? Be the Bruce Hansen.
Yes, the Bruce Hansen award. Brought home.
Brought home another one.
Another one got brought home. I like it. All right, here we go. We got 2 opportunities here. In the Patriot. We had 2. We went with Coes. We were too impressed by some of these performances.
Yeah.
So we went with good old Booby Wickham from West Springfield. 12 carries, 138 yards. And then we had our guy Hibner, the tight end, big tight end from Lake Braddock. 5 catches, 130 yards. Couple touchdowns. Huge night for both those guys.
And he had 11 tackles on defense.
And Wickham from the West Springfield victory played like 2 quarters. You know?
Yeah, Wickham looks like he's going to be an all-region running back. I mean, well, he was already an all-state running back in Texas. I mean, that's all you have to know. You know, I'm not here to say that Texas football is better than Virginia football, but Texas football is pretty good.
Texas football is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Right.
And Hibner, I mean, it's nice to have that security blanket, right, for good old Ty Jackson to be able to throw to.
He looked like Travis Kelce last night. I made a joke. I said Brock Bowers, you know, and I always bring it back to the Raiders. But Brock Bowers is only maybe the best tight end in football when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I know saying that to a Niner fan, but he looked explosive last night.
Yeah. And then to play defense. I mean, look at Braddock. Braddock's got a pretty deep roster, and they still put guys going both ways, which is pretty impressive. Yeah,
you got to work on who that Patriot Award's going to go to. If you think about that one, and we'll go get back to it, right?
Oh, who's the Robinson coach?
Oh yeah, you go with the Bendorf Award.
Yeah, go with the Bendorf, right?
Bendorf Award. Okay, I could go with that. I like that. All right, buddy. Here we go. Concord. We go to the Concord, my friend. And we're going to go with Malachi Lee, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
There are coaches who are saying this kid might be the best player in the state
As a
sophomore.
Wow.
And he had that one ridiculous Moss catch. We saw that live.
Oh yeah, we did.
We saw that live. I mean, he is a problem.
And returning the ball too.
Yeah. He had a good performance in a really the game of the week, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes. But yeah, a lot of coaches a lot of opposing coaches can't say enough about him. Straight up dog, right? I mean,
absolutely. One of the best players in Virginia.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Then we head over to Cardinal. They call this guy, what's the old saying? A ball of butcher knives.
Ball of butcher knives.
Yeah, a rolling ball of butcher knives. Nobody wants to tackle this guy. L.J. Richards, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, he is
a couple touchdowns, bunch of TFLs. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy was an interception. The guy was all over the field.
Yeah. Again, another coach was like, you know what? I got a big gun. I can't just sit him on the sideline, in between series, right? I got to have that guy playing for me as much as possible. Yeah, LJ Richards had a huge game, and in a very in a game that Garfield for sure needed.
Yeah.
They needed that game, and after a couple of losses, lead them through there. In a really interesting game with them being a kind of uh, a game against the team he played for last year, right? So I'm sure
Right.
he's well motivated on that. But yeah, huge game for him against Colgan, against undefeated Colgan at that.
Undefeated Colvin. All right, buddy. And then finally in Cedar Run, Patriot in the big win, Isaiah Jackson with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and I think he was averaging over 10 yards a carry. Patriot looks like they've kind of figured it out, right? They're starting to get their footing back, which they better because they're gonna get into district play pretty soon and playing some of the big boys, Battlefield and Independence.
Right.
I know Gainesville's struggling a little bit right now, but Gainesville still got a lot of talent. So, but it looks like Patriots kind of figured it out at this point.
Yeah, it could be the playoff picture. I think Battlefield's starting to solidify things. They got games at the end that they got to win though.
Yeah.
But everything below them is up in the air.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
All right, buddy. Well, that's the awards. Outstanding, player of the week awards. But we are not done. We move on. We're getting in our boat, my friend. We're getting in my boat, and we are headed to highlight of the week, which we got a good one today. This one's brought to you by Dominion Yachts. Dominion Yachts is your first mate for all local boat sales in Virginia. Call for a free estimate or to buy and sell a boat. Well, here we go, buddy. We're going sailing, and we're going sailing with a first-time award maybe that I recall here as the highlight. This is the 50-yard field goal in the Saturday game today.
Yeah. So those of you guys who may not have been able to see it from this week or today. Yeah, we talked a little about on the live show how field goal kickers are getting better and better, and to be able to hit a 50-yard field goal at high school, I mean, look where he's lined up at.
Wow.
Look where he's lined up at. I mean,
Look at this guy. Now, there was a 47-yarder in the Woodson game.
8 seconds left, 20-20 game, 20 all tie.
Look at that. Look at Coach Richards celebrating there at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, run that back one more time. I mean, to line up, and I mean, and
it was a night of kicks though, Mesa.
It was a night of
We
kicks.
saw a 40-yarder, we saw a 47-yarder, but nothing topped a 50-yarder.
I mean, for a team that hadn't won a game yet against their crosstown rival on a Saturday afternoon,
50-yarder for the game too, not like some kick in the second quarter.
And he didn't even get a chance to follow through. I mean, they came on top of his foot.
They did. They go back on that a little bit.
Yeah, hold on.
Go back because you're right. They almost blocked it. Look at that.
I mean,
you could have called roughing.
Could have called 100%. Could have called roughing.
Could have. Yeah, I didn't even see that live.
Yeah, I mean, you got to let him land his plant foot. But he crushed it.
That's a collegiate kicker. Now, I talked to Coach Richards briefly after the game. Very excited. I think he was heading over to Jackson's, maybe to get a nice steak. I told him. I said, Josh. I said, whoever wins that game is treated like royalty in Reston. So wherever you go, it should be on the house. Wherever you go.
Yeah.
But he was real excited. He says that young man. He said we've been blessed to have Kicker University the last couple of years. He said the kicker last year was a stud, and I recall that he was. This young man's a stud, and this young man is a younger brother. I think he said. Coming up.
Wow.
So you don't want to be going against Herndon if the game's on the line with the kick.
Well, that and apparently they do a lot of kicking at that house, right? I mean, they're
yeah, maybe soccer family, who knows? But the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the highlight of the maybe first ever kick as the highlight of the week.
Yeah,
but you got to do a 50-yarder for the game.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Come on. All right, well, buddy, now we get into the nitty gritty here. We get into the nitty gritty. Action-packed games. Just from that highlight and us talking about some of those players, there was big stakes.
Yeah.
This week. We're going to get into it now. We'll jump right into our first game. It was the big one. It was the one everyone built, and it was a good game. I mean, it really was. Finally they kind of pulled away at the end. But Braddock and Westfield, talk about it, buddy.
Yeah. So this highlight is brought to you by NFHS. So right here on the first play, look at Peyton Holmes, man. That kid is so physical in the running back.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it's not Booby Wickham, it's Peyton Holmes as the other all region back over there.
Here's kind of where the game kind of turned, right?
Yeah, that block hit was huge.
This block right here to take a three-score was going to be a 3-score lead.
Now they scored a field goal on this drive, right?
Yes, I believe they did.
Yeah, that was a long kick too.
They do get a field goal right here. They get a field goal to get there. I mean, that's a 6-point swing right here.
It's a 40-yarder almost.
Yeah. But it wasn't 90 kicks, right? It was 90 kicks all night. Right here, we're gonna have just a little screenplay right here. I mean, watch this. I mean, they can run at Westfield. I mean, they're really good. Just kind of physical wise. Right here.
I mean, Braddock was in control.
I mean, we talk about this. How nervous that mean right there on a 4th down.
Right.
Huge 4th down option right there. Right. A little jump pitch right there. Now I think this is the touchdown pass right here to Malachi Lee.
Look at this.
Watch this.
A beauty.
Watch
Commander
this.
Ryan Carlson.
I mean, I know he's got a step on him, but that DB still kind of got there.
Now they missed the extra point.
Yeah. 4th down run right here in the 4th quarter. They did miss the extra point. Now, here is right here. Huge play right here, right? This is where they're going to take the 2-score lead. Picks it off out here.
This is where I thought. This is where we were talking about on the show. I legitimately thought turn the game off. It's over. Westfield's going to win this game.
Yeah, you've been wrong quite a few times.
I've been wrong often.
But here goes Ty Jackson, just effortless. I mean, look at that thing flings out of his hand right there.
Wow.
And
that Hibner right there. Look at Hibner move, man.
Yeah.
It's a big son of a gun.
And here goes to cut the lead right here. I mean, just kind of flings it over there.
But remember, this is 3 minutes to go, and they're down 9.
Yeah.
But
here goes the play, right? Runs up, finds Hibner in the back of the end zone. Ball game.
But part of that is them getting the ball back on that. Good defense.
Yeah. I think the game kind of lived up to the hype, for sure.
It did. It definitely
the
did.
hype, but I probably, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I'm sure we talked about it. If Braddock won this game, I think that they kind of stake legitimacy as the best team in the area, right? They've beaten Westfield, they've beaten Madison. They've essentially won every game on the field. They had the unfortunate, with the clerical error that gave them the loss against AC. But they've played really well all year.
We were talking to our friends over at Dark Visors, and today, and they were kind of saying, look, it looks like our friend Brent. He was saying it looks like the parity's never been like this before.
No.
I mean it's crazy, except for one team in Northern Virginia, right? Yeah. It's Braddock, right, and the Fairfax Arlington Alexandria part. It's probably Battlefield. It's kind of starting to pull away over there.
Yeah,
Prince William. But here in Fairfax, Arlington, Alexandria, it's Braddock.
Yeah. Now the flip side is I'm sure both Madison and Westfield are like, we had those guys beat.
That's true.
We had them beat. The pass that Ty Jackson throws. I mean, there's a DB right there.
Right there. It might have been 2 DBs right there.
I mean, they're 3 inches away from picking that off and ending that game right there, right? But I mean, a little bit like we were talking about Battlefield, and what I said about Battlefield, they're not beating themselves right now, right? Like, you got to beat them.
You have to beat them.
You have to beat them.
Said it. Yeah. You got to beat Braddock.
You got to beat Braddock. And so right now, I think right now they have they're right now sitting on the Iron Throne right now, looking at everything.
They are. They're in control.
Yeah.
And kudos to them, man. Kudos to them. And they're about to go through. Now they got to go through. Good old Patriot play, though, buddy. They got to go through South County. We know how those wars go.
Yeah.
They got to go through, Fairfax. And they already played Fairfax.
They have not played Fairfax yet.
Who'd they play in conference?
They have played AC.
AC. They played AC. Okay. Yeah. So, so they got to go through the gauntlet of the Patriot.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. But good stuff, man. Great game. And, and we know Coach Voss is going to have his guys. This is motivation.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, Voss knows, right? He went through it last year.
Yeah.
As long as you learn from your losses,
Right.
this doesn't matter. What matters is I'll see you in November.
Right. Yeah. And they're just gonna play, right? For sure.
And Westfield will be there in November.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, buddy. Well, good stuff. We move on. Next matchup, and like I said, there were so many good matchups. We go to this game came out of nowhere, buddy. You and I were talking about this. If there was a point spread, at the good old MGM of Fairfax on the South Lakes Herndon game, it was going to be South Lakes by a lot.
Yeah. So we're just gonna start the game in the fourth quarter because this is kind of where it went crazy at. So
Yes.
South Lakes had taken the lead. They scored to make it 13-12. 2:43 left. There's 2:43 left in the fourth quarter, and Herndon has the ball. And watch this. I mean,
Gone.
What I think is trap.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I mean that they're in that I think they're in that wing T formation. They're underneath. Touchdown right there.
Wow. Now you're thinking you're Herndon.
All right,
We got
so
this game. We got it all wrapped up, Coach.
So now we're at 2:09 in the fourth quarter. And watch this little out and up,
Look at this out and up.
little hitch and go.
Whoop. There he goes. Now, did he step out of bounds? We're going to come back and talk about it. Now,
Yeah.
At the game, they talked about it and they ruled that he was pushed out, and they said it was okay. They picked the flag up.
Yeah. As you can see, my video editing.
Tie
right
game.
Now we're
overtime.
now Herndon got the ball back and they end up getting intercepted. Unfortunately, I don't know how I didn't. They threw a pass and they got intercepted. So now South Lakes has the ball with 39 seconds, and they're not playing for overtime.
No, they want to win.
They're not playing for overtime. This is on third down, which I thought was interesting. I thought with 39 seconds left, where you're at, maybe go. You know what? Let's let something happen, because if not, we're gonna get to fourth down. They decide to throw those screen pass, not fooled at all. Little tip
Not
pass.
fooled at all. He saw it. Number 9, the linebacker saw it. He knew exactly what was happening.
And so here is the game winner, our play of the week right here.
They tried Janikowski out for the game-winning kick.
Yeah.
He saw this the whole time, Mason.
Yeah.
Look at this backer. Not fooled by that. Grab it. Holy smoke.
And that leads us to
Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Wow. What a game. What an ending. Congratulations. Josh with his first as a varsity head coach. Congratulations.
yeah. So where are they going to celebrate that in Herndon?
They're probably going to go to Jackson's.
Yeah.
Right? It's owned by the Great American Place. They own that. It's a pub. Good food. Good people. And I'm sure Coach Richards walked in there wearing his Herndon gear, and they said, "Hey, give that man a ribeye."
So I think this kind of goes to what we kind of alluded to. Weird weekend. I mean, it's just been a weird season in general, right? South Lakes is 10 seconds away from beating Battlefield.
Yep.
10 seconds away from beating Battlefield. And they go to play Herndon, an 0-4 team. And I'm not saying Herndon's a bad team. I'm just saying at this point in the season, though, I mean, what Parcells says, right? Your record is what your record says you are, right? They're 10 seconds away from beating arguably one of the most best teams in the state. I mean, if Battlefield won the state championship, I don't think anybody would be surprised.
Right.
They go into a game, and I know it's a rivalry game, 0-4, but I think that kind of alludes to, coaching-wise, I always told the kids, just if you're the underdog, just get to the fourth quarter, because you never know what's going to happen. Just keep it close. They kept it close, and congratulations to Herndon, right?
Unbelievable. Good stuff, man. You never know, right? Any given Friday, in this case, any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday.
Right. Oh man, they were feeling good. I love seeing those kind of. I mean, the walk-off celebrations like that in high school. It's pretty fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, although the funny thing is, right, there was still like 3 seconds left. They had to get back in the sideline because they're
and in that game, the way it was going, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we move on, buddy. Again, what a number of good games.
Yeah.
Another good one that came down to a kick. Oh God, I love it. South County and Fairfax. Talk about it.
Yeah, so the I guess for lack of a better thing, the Pannoni Bowl.
There was kind of the Pannoni Bowl,
right?
I mean, he's on staff now at Fairfax.
Yeah. So again, recap brought to you by NFHS. NFHS did a good job this week getting a lot of the games.
Outstanding.
It was a really close game for a while. I mean, look, still 0-0 in the first quarter. This quarterback's pretty good, man.
We like him, Baker Mayfield Morris.
Yeah, he can play. He can play. He looks like a runner, but the kid can't throw it. He's only a sophomore too, right?
That's what they said. And here he is running. He's going to run
it right here, run a little speed option.
Smooth.
Yeah, I mean, they found something in him, right? Yeah.
He has that element.
Might be one of the more dynamic quarterbacks they've had in the last few years, right?
Yes, he has that element that they needed.
Yeah, which is big for them. South County trailing 6-0, but they're explosive on offense. We saw it last week against West Springfield.
It was 6-0 for a long time.
A long time. We're here in the second quarter. It was weird to kind of how the scoring kind of let go right here. Man, look at that pass rush from Fairfax. But look at that throw.
God, wow. Now there was a couple goal line stands in this game. I think we're going to see one right here, right?
Yeah, I think so. It might be on
we're going to find out.
Highlight. So they got a goal line stand. They got the ball back.
They got it back.
Yeah. Now look at this throw. I mean, this is a nice little throw right there.
Yeah.
Get them out of harm's way.
That Fairfax D. Fairfax D played lights out.
Yeah, and that was on third down. I mean, that was a huge play on third down.
Now, they drive all the way down the field. They end up kicking a field goal on that drive.
Now, here's where I think both you and I thought maybe the game's over.
I definitely thought it was over. And if I'm saying that, it's not over.
Just because of how well Fairfax was playing, right, defensively.
You give that Fairfax D a two-touchdown cushion?
Yeah. But, they finally got in the end zone, right? They finally got in the end zone. And like I said, 2 touchdowns and technically have to get a field goal, right? I mean, they have to get a 2-point. But South County again, offensively, they got some guys, but they're South County, right? I mean, look at this catch.
Bombs away for South County.
Yeah, look at that catch. I believe that's Campbell.
That's our guy, Travion Campbell.
Yeah,
big
Campbell.
catch.
Definitely going to be in the all region conversation.
Oh, for sure.
Probably a lock to be all region.
Now fourth quarter here. They're still 2 scores down.
Yeah. I mean, nice pass right there. Nice pass.
That's Travion Campbell again on the catch.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to have to figure out a way to stop him, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to take us here to set you the fourth quarter right here. So this is a 4th down play, which I had to clip myself. This is a 4th down play, and Fairfax stuffs them. 2:21. 2:21 in the fourth quarter.
Unbelievable.
Now, I think we talked a little bit. I would have taken the lead. Me personally, I don't know what the thought process was.
Well, at this point, in our mind, the game's over.
Yeah, but I'm saying on 4th down from that part.
Oh, if you were South County.
If I'm South County, I kick the field goal and I take the lead.
Right. It was 4th and about a yard. Right.
4th and a yard, and maybe thought you had it, but I wanted. Let me make Fairfax because they only scored 15 points the whole game.
Right.
The whole game they only scored 15 points.
Yeah, we're thinking it's over.
Yeah. So as well as they played, Fairfax is excited. But here goes another key play: fumble.
Oh.
Fumble right there. South County gets the ball back.
I mean, but the Fairfax D was so stingy.
Yeah. Now, 1st and goal from the 1.
No, this is now 3rd. But they went.
No, it's not. This is 1st. Remember the
you
down.
can see the sticks though, man. It says 3. It says 3rd down.
It's 1st down. Trust me, I'm positive of this. This is wrong. It's not 3rd and goal. This is 1st down because you remember.
I'm looking at the change, but yeah.
It's 1st and goal because remember we were watching this live and he throws the fade, and
you're right.
And they get offensive pass interference.
We said we hate the fade. We said we hate the fade on. In general, I'm not.
So now, see, it's 3rd and 11 again. Now we are 2nd and goal. We are 2nd and goal now from the 23-yard line with 58 seconds left to go.
And now we were saying you might be out of field goal range. We were saying.
Yeah, 100%. Now, they hit this pass right here. I mean, look at this pass. Look at him thread the needle.
Wow, great throw, great tackle.
Now the clock is ticking. Now,
tick. And we said this is back where you started from now.
Right. So now you're at 3rd and goal. They wind the clock. 50 seconds. It looks like they're going to try to take some time off.
Now, what I told you I wanted to see, I wanted to see just a QB sneak.
Yeah. So they run a play right here. Get stuffed because that Fairfax D-line is really good.
Stingy. The D-line is so Anthony Murrah, Devin Tolson.
All right. So we are now fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal.
Now there
no timeouts.
No timeouts.
Tick, 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 tick.
16, 14, 13, 12. Running on the field.
Let's see if this timeout gets called here.
Now he's calling the timeout right now.
2.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back there.
Would they have gotten it off?
They did. If you look, I'll show you what the snap is. I'll show you. Oh no, hold on. All right. So we go back.
You had it there. Yeah.
I'll show you when the snap goes, and it's at 1 second. They do get it off.
And it went through the uprights.
Did it go through the uprights?
I can't. It looks like it did.
All right, so I'll show you the snap.
4,
and then I'll pause it.
3, 2.
Oh wow.
There it is. And
I cut it off too early, but they do get it off right there.
Yeah, they got it off.
Fairfax blows the timeout.
He gets the timeout, and then they got to kick it again.
Yeah, they got to kick it again.
We think it went through the first time.
Yeah.
And it definitely went through the second time.
Yeah.
Another walk-off kick, Mesa.
Yeah.
And they're celebrating. And Fairfax heartbroken.
You know, after they got the news this week about them being eliminated from the playoffs and to lose
The D
this
played
fashion.
so well. Okay.
Yeah.
How many opportunities does South County have goal to go?
Yeah.
Through the game, the entire game. There was like 12.
Yeah.
And they didn't score.
But that interior line of Fairfax is so good.
Murad is an animal.
They're so good up
Olsen's
front.
an animal.
But you know, Soko's got themselves a win, right? They got themselves after the overtime loss to West Springfield last week. They had to get this.
They did.
They had to get this win. You know, to keep themselves. Although we talked a little bit before. I'm not sure. We should probably reach out to somebody. Does Hayfield's suspension still stand?
You're right.
If it still stands, that means it opens up another spot.
Right.
In the playoffs.
Right.
It'll be interesting who gets that last spot.
Yeah, so congrats to Coach Urquhart on the
Yeah.
big win. And, you know, he's starting to kind of hit his stride over there at South County.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, man, and I said this on the live show, I'm going to say it, and I'll probably be saying this all the rest of the season. Coach Frank over at Fairfax, thrown in the toughest situation an interim coach could be thrown into, right? You got the controversy of, you know, the coach paying for player thing going on. He comes in and then they tell you, oh, by the way, the kids that you got to lead, we're not letting them in the playoffs either.
Right.
You know, and they're out there playing their guts out for him.
Yeah. No. He's doing a fantastic job in essentially an unwinnable situation. Maybe it's just kind of.
I mean, and we had VA on the show, and VA was saying he thinks that the county has to go through a process, right?
Right.
Even though he's an interim at the end of the season. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to start the Coach Frank bandwagon here, fan club. You know, we got to get this guy. This guy's got to be the guy over there. He's doing a good job. So come off season, you know, when they start going through the process, I think you know, I'm going to say Coach Frank's got to be the guy. You're doing a job like that, leading the guys through the toughest of times. Reward the guy for after the season. That's what I'm saying.
And if you're hiring for a head coach, that might be one guy you want to look at, right?
Yeah, right. Good. You're right.
Yeah.
If they mess that up, then Coach Frank is the guy available.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't mess that up. All right, buddy. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. In South County. Now Patriots getting good, buddy. Now it's getting good.
Yeah.
All right, pal. Well, we move on and we head to Langley Oakton. You and I said a few weeks ago this would have been billed the game of the week.
Yeah, and I think both these teams, right, need need this win. But here we go. Nope. But
there's our guy Sandberg.
to Lige Evans right there, right?
Look at that. Look at the speed. It just pulls away from everybody. Oakton's not a slow team.
No. I couldn't find any Oakton highlights from this, so these are all going to be Langley highlights.
Oh, that's a shame. Look at that. Look at Sandberg.
He can throw it, can he?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, bombs away, man.
And they were control this game the whole game.
They really were. A little shocking, a little surprising.
Yeah.
This was the game that, I thought one of these teams was going to make a statement. And
look at this
that.
throw.
Holy smokes.
Well, I think almost 60 yards. Don't think
said it on the live show. You came to see an offense and the wrong one showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone thought it was going to be the Jack Martin, show with all his, receivers. And Langley ends up, and Langley's the team with a tough defense, right?
Yeah.
And Langley comes in there and freaking his bombs away.
Yeah. And they kind of picked themselves off the mat after the Westfield loss.
They did.
But I'm sure the Yorktown loss is really hanging over them, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But Langley, man, and Sandberg, you can't count them out.
No, 100%. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
They sure are. And Oakton, gotta get off the schneid, right? I mean, there's too much talent over there, and we know Coach Slade will have his guys ready, good coach, and they got to gather, kind of regroup a little bit, and because they're about to get into conference play.
Yeah.
And there's not a night off in Concord.
No. Yeah. But we like Coach Slade.
I think that they got the guys and the coaches to make it happen.
100%.
They just got to get back, watch the film, break it down, and get back at it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
All right, buddy. Well, we move on. And we head to, this is one that you liked a lot. And it was actually a good game for about 3 quarters. Colgan and Garfield.
Yeah. So, there you go. Maybe share that part there.
You and Carl, man. You guys. I think Carl might.
Well, there's a lot of implications in this, especially in Region B, right? You have Colgan who's still not made the playoffs yet. They're undefeated.
Yeah, big implications.
Garfield has had some hiccups lately. So let's go and take us here.
Well, L.J. Richards said, I'll guide you to the promised land.
Yeah. I mean, look at that throw.
Colgan got the scoring off, though, first, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that quarterback is pretty good, right?
Yeah, we like George
Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got an incomplete pass right there. But
I mean, it was a close game for a while.
I believe that's a fumble right there early on.
Colgan had their chances, Mason.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, and they're a talented team right there. I mean, look at George Hall can play, man. Look at him scramble around, finding guys in the run. And they've got some guys who can go.
Oh, 100%. They're undefeated for a reason.
Yeah. These are all the highlights that I can find. But here's Hamlin right here. I mean, although Hall and Hamlin are very similar, right?
Yeah, they are
very similar. I mean, if you look at how they move, Colgan has some playmakers. I mean, just look at that guy. I mean, look at him move, man.
Wow.
Through there again, very similar to Hamlin. Very similar to Hamlin, I think. I mean, nice little touch pass right there.
Good ball.
Good ball right there. But they weren't done. They weren't done. Oh, this is a repeat of that highlight. Oh,
yeah, L.J. Richards, though. I mean, we know what he did. I mean, he ended up scoring a couple touchdowns and kind of puts the team on his back.
Yeah. But here, look at this play right here. Slips right through.
Wow.
It's always nice when you have one of those, right? When you can make a play that way. But unfortunately, Colgan kind of didn't walk out of there with the win.
This was kind of the nightcap here.
Yeah.
I mean, that pretty much ended that.
Yeah. I think that's the end of the clips. But yeah, so big win for a team that needed. Although again, like I said before, both those teams need it in their own way, right? Both those teams need it in their own way, right?
And I think there's some implications there. I think I said on the live show. I think Colgan's going to need to win one of the tough matchups they got coming up.
Right. Forest Park or Woodbridge.
They can make up for this loss by winning one of those.
Yeah, but Woodbridge is going to be the tall order, right?
Forest Park's the one.
I picked Garfield when the Cardinal, but after watching Woodbridge, that's gonna be an uphill battle. But you never. I mean, those schools are separated by half a mile. Those kids all know each other,
right?
I'm sure, and you never know. I mean, hell, we just saw an 0-4 Herndon team beat a South Lakes team that was one of the one of the top teams coming in.
Yeah, that's true. You never know. Any given Friday, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, we head to good old West Potomac. Hayfield coming to town.
Yeah, here we go. Pull that up.
I call this the battle of Roy Rogers. You know, there's a Roy Rogers near Hayfield, there's a Roy Rogers near West Potomac, and I'd like to go to both of them.
Yeah.
Big matchup for both teams here.
But West Potomac again dominating the National District teams, right? I mean, watch this pass right here. I mean, he's gone.
Yeah. So much speed at West Potomac.
Yeah. I mean, they've always got a good program over there. I mean, they've been a couple plays away from making it to the second round for a couple of years now, right? I mean, they had South County beat at one point. Yeah, it's and these are the rivalry games too, right? I mean, them, Hayfield, Mount Vernon.
I think the thing was here with Hayfield, they couldn't fall behind too much early, and they did, and that kind of put them, kind of behind the eight ball here. Here's a set, makes it a 17-0 lead, and it's going to be tough to come back against a good Westpo team.
And you look size wise, there's a huge difference between those guys, right?
Yes.
I mean, they're just big up front. But I like that Hayfield quarterback. He can play. They
got some guys over there.
Got some guys on the outside. Are pretty talented. But Hayfield, I mean, West Potomac shot just too much from all night. Like it's 17-0, and I think this pretty much puts the game away just because Hayfield really couldn't get very much going offensively.
Well, Westpo's just so big and fast and strong.
Yeah, I mean, look at 76 on the edge right there.
Yeah, it looks like Jim Lachey.
Nice little touch pass in the end zone. Take a 24-0 lead.
He did that while he was falling down too.
Yeah. I wonder who that quarterback is.
They've had some good quarterbacks in the past.
Yeah. Hayfield does get on the board here with about 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They got some guys who can play though.
Yeah, they do. They do. Now remember, the coach started there kind of late in the game. Look at that throw. Boom, got it.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, that early season loss to Mount Vernon's really hanging over their heads, right?
Yes.
They need Mount Vernon to slip up for them to try to get back.
Yeah, they're going to need Mount Vernon to lose
twice
a national game, right?
Well, they have to lose twice because they got the head-to-head win over them, right? I mean, that's the other thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And so, watch this run right here. Goodbye.
Oof. Goodbye. Look how fast he is.
Yeah.
I think everyone else is on slow motion except for him.
And we know Hayfield's got some kids who can run.
Yeah.
They got some kids who can run. And that's a quick answer back, right?
If Westpo gets hot, you know what? They could be a sleeper in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, and they always are, right? They're always
Yes.
they're really difficult out. I mean, they beat the Tony Rojas junior year. They were 2 yards away from being in South County a couple years
Right.
later. So I mean, they definitely have a good program over there that's playoff ready and competitive.
Well, buddy, we move on. And a game that some out there, I'm not saying it, but some people out there thought that maybe could be the upset of the week. Yorktown and Marshall going at it.
Yeah, so the triple option, I'm a fan of the triple option.
You love the triple option.
But Yorktown's on a heater right now, aren't they?
Yorktown's one of the hottest teams in Nova right now, buddy.
Yeah. Maybe they'll end up in one of our top 10s. Were they on your top 10 last week?
They were on my top 10 last week.
Yeah. The throw-in. The throw-in Yorktown.
Yeah. Well, they've always been a very versatile offense.
Yeah.
And the flag.
And the flag. I mean.
And one right there. And one.
Yeah.
Up 14-0 here.
14-0. But Marshall with that triple, right? The triple, the little toss right there.
All right, grind it out, Mount Marshall. There you go.
Yeah. Cut that lead in half at about to go into halftime. And that's big too, right? It's big.
Yeah, 14-7.5. They were in that game, buddy.
But they're just such a problem. I mean, Yorktown's so efficient, right? I mean, that's their thing, right? They're just they don't waver. And the Yorktown defense is playing really well right now.
They really are
really well right now. After the loss to Centerville, it seems like they've kind of settled down and figured it out right there. Oh, look at that in the goal line under center. It seems to work sometimes, doesn't it?
It's a dying breed, my friend. A dying breed. Not everyone does it anymore.
Yeah.
I wish people would do it.
Is it weird watching Yorktown highlights and not seeing any wing T stuff?
Yeah.
Little touch pass right there.
Look at that. With the big tight end, no, the big tight end's right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Brady Owens had about 5 catches for 80 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolute stud.
and the game's pretty much out of reach at this point, but one more touchdown run right here to kind of close the game. 45 is a big boy, man.
He is. They got some big kids over there, man. They don't mess around.
And that makes it 35-7. Marshall comes back though. You never know. But if you don't play keys right against this triple.
Right.
On a fourth down. And they do really run a lot of that motion to try to see what you're in, right? I mean,
Yes.
they're pretty efficient at it. And if you're not there he goes.
Yeah, you got a tough runner right there.
Yeah, right up the middle. And I think they end up scoring on this drive right here. Oh, look at that under center.
Under center, man. Lost art. I guess you got to go to Liberty District to find under center.
Yeah, actually, a lot of new players under center, right? I mean,
Right.
under center, Langley under center with a good old gun right here. But they can run the ball at Yorktown.
Wow. Look at this guy. So sign him up for. He might make our fastest player of a Nova contest.
Did we talk about that on the show?
And then we did talk about that.
So Yorktown with a big win, and they are 3-0 in district. They are 3-0 in their district. So I think that almost solidifies a playoff spot for Yorktown.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right? They're going to be in the top 4, so they know they're in.
Yeah, Yorktown's a problem.
Now I'm sure they are looking for a Liberty District title.
Oh yeah, they want it. You think Coach Hicks, man?
Yeah,
He's a Yorktown guy. He wants Yorktown to have all these. He wants to win the conference. He wants to win the region. He wants to hang that banner up, man. He's a Yorktown guy to his heart.
And you gotta be WNL to get it right.
Yes, and as a true Yorktown guy, nothing he'd like more.
Yeah.
No love lost between the two schools in a great, good competitive way.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. And our last one of the highlights, at least, Woodson and West Springfield. This was, at least for 12 carries, the Wickham show.
Yeah. So West Springfield is another team against it's very similar, right? They're on a heater, right? They're on a heater coming in. I mean, there he is right there, right?
There he is. There's that man again. They call him Booby from Texas. Booby Wickham.
He runs. I mean, Eric Dixon's from Texas. He's like Eric Dixon, right?
I've been saying that. He's got the long.
Kind of long.
Kind of runs upright a little bit.
Big stride right here. But here is Scott Lewis.
Scott Lewis, though, man. I'm telling you, I like Scotty Lewis.
Fumble snap, and look at him just throw a 50-yard dart.
Boom.
Into the end zone.
That'd have been Austin. I didn't. No, it wasn't Austin. Austin was later, though, I think.
Yeah.
I think this one might be Austin. But yeah, I mean, they threw the ball. You know, they really like Scotty Lewis. They throw the ball. They trust him because we said Wickham stats earlier. I mean, he only had like 12 or 13 carries.
Yeah. Another touchdown run by. This was not.
No, this was. No, okay, they're different run. Later on, you're going to see a running back by the name.
Oh, that was Bello. That was Bello on
that was Big Bello. That's right.
Yeah.
I love that play, by the way.
Yeah.
And then you have the
little misdirection.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Austin right here.
There you go. Boom. I mean, look at Lewis is on fire. 35-3.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup between them and Braddock. I mean,
Really is.
yeah.
Between West Springfield and Braddock.
Yeah. I believe there's some of the backups in right now for West Springfield.
Yeah, they had their backup running back, Hazelwood. I liked Hazelwood.
Yeah.
You're going to see him score a touchdown here.
I don't believe we have the kickoff. Maybe we do have the kickoff for a touchdown. We may have missed it. Oh, no, this is Hazelwood right
Here's
here.
Hazelwood. I like this kid.
How many running backs do they have, West Springfield?
They got a lot. They at every level, from freshman on up, they got a lot of running backs.
They got to work on their celebrations in the end zone, I think.
Bring the theater.
We got a little touchdown run hit right here for good old C.G. Woodson right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think that was that's the kick returner, Noah Hagopian.
Yeah.
That kid is the real deal. I don't know if we're going to see that return he had earlier in the game.
Now Woodson didn't quit fighting, man.
They didn't. Got to give Coach McBride and company credit. They kept clawing.
And I believe this is to Emmett Murphy right here. I believe
This is the backup quarterback comes in and hits Emmett Murphy.
Yeah.
I like
Nice
that
pass
ball.
right
That's
there.
a good ball.
Good ball right there. Emma Murray's a pretty good player.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I mean, he's really kind of establishing himself as one of the better receivers.
We didn't have the return. The return was it was good, but we saw Noah's touchdown at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, West Springfield, Mesa, they're the real deal.
Oh yeah, yeah. That matchup against Braddock in a few weeks is going to be.
Yes.
And it's going to more likely be for just. I mean, if SoCo is able to knock off West Springfield, or Braddock, then they may have a three-way tie. But if things break the way they're going to break right now, you're going to have those two playing for essentially the district title.
Right. So they were partying over at Lito's Pizza after that one, buddy.
They were. Maybe they had the meat lovers.
Meat lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you went there the other day? What you get? A cheese?
I got a meat lovers. I did get the meat lovers.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, and then yeah.
And one last one. We didn't want to overlook. We couldn't get the highlights there. I guess maybe because they were on huddle, or we're not really sure. But we did have the game. We did have the game. We were the only people showing the game that I know of. And we spoke to some people over there. We might have those, every week actually. St. James and the Hun School.
The Hun, yeah, I think the Hun School. Big win for St. James.
Huge win for St. James.
And defense carried them for a long time, and it wasn't like they were scoring. I mean, they ended up scoring a lot of points at the very end. But defense kind of carried them through the day on that. Against a team that has a ton of Division I kids.
Yeah,
a ton of Division I kids. I mean, I think
top
I told
100 school, top 100 school in the nation.
Yeah. If they were on the table, I mean, there's a real chance that St. James is going to end up in the USA Today high school top 25. I think they have a legitimate shot at this point, because they're going to play one more team in the top 100, and if they can knock off St. Francis.
St. Francis, yeah.
If they can knock St. Francis, I think they legitimately are a real shot to get into the USA Today top 25, which I think is the gold standard. The USA Today top 25 high school. I mean, there other things have it, Rivals and Max Preps, they all have it, but the USA Today is the
gold standard.
Is the one you want to get in, right? It's the one everybody talks about. So I mean, they're proving their point. They're proving their point. I mean,
Cobb looked good. Cass Carter looked good.
Yeah.
Our guy Tease looked good. Holland looked good.
Tristan Lux had himself a day too.
Look at the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. They look like the real deal.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling these guys. Beating that school like that with all those players, you rattled off that list of the Hun School. They had guys going everywhere. They had guys going. I think they had a guy going to USC, a guy going to Stanford.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going. They're got a bunch of D1 kids.
All over the place. So
all over the place.
To beat them, and they were up the entire game.
Yeah.
They're up the entire game. Offense got it, kickstarted it, and then the defense held them.
Yeah.
And then the offense came back with a go at the 80-yard plus run by Cobb.
That sealed the deal. He's a sophomore? That's wild.
Sealed the deal. His blazing speed.
Yeah.
We knew that last year when we saw him at Riverdale Baptist. We said that kid's fast.
Yeah.
So kudos to Coach Overton and company, and St. James. And I'm going to say this again. This is a big deal for Nova.
Yeah.
A big deal. You're talking about USA, top 25.
Yeah.
For a Nova school.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time a Nova school's been in the USA top?
Oh, and bringing that kind of those eyeballs. Everyone should be a fan, because you're bringing those eyeballs to this area.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like now that people. I mean, it seems like now people. I mean, I don't hear about it a lot anymore. Do you know what I mean? It seems like it just doesn't carry any weight.
What's that?
Just not a lot of people talking about it, right? I mean, I felt like more people talked about Hayfield and Freedom than they do talk about St. James. And Hayfield and Freedom were just playing Nova schools. I mean, they'd reach out and play other teams like Maryland.
Yeah, I wasn't in Nova. The fervor is like in the public school, right? Yeah. There's a lot of the fervor there, and people like that. But if you just like football in general, forget about public, private, whatever. I'm just talking about from just a pure football standpoint. Yeah. They're gonna, and then at that point, if whatever happened to St. Francis and they crack the top 25 list, now you and I were talking about this earlier today. Now the recruits, the caliber of recruits they're gonna start bringing in are gonna be national caliber recruits from all over the country.
I think so too. Yeah.
And that's a game changer.
Yeah, I mean,
now you're talking about playing modern day. You're talking about playing IMG. You're talking you're talking about playing your boys over down at Bosco. Now you're talking about now it gets fun.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be interesting, right? I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
trying to build something over there. We'll see how this all plays out.
Yeah, and we'll break down, obviously the game next week as well, next week in our next episode.
Yeah.
So kudos to St. James, Coach Overton, and all the coaches over there. Keep doing your thing. All right. Well, buddy, that's the highlights. That's the highlights of the week. And we're going to get to the best of the rest of the games. And there were still some good ones. And let's get to it. We had Annandale with a big win over Justice.
Yeah, double overtime win for the Adams over Justice. But as good as it was for Annandale, Justice is starting to fight, right?
Yes,
Justice,
they hung in there. Give them credit.
they're starting to hang in there. So a big win for Annandale. And if Hayfield is out, there are some playoff spots to be had.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
Yeah.
TJ and Lewis with a big win over TJ. That was a good that was one of our games of the week.
Yeah, it was a pretty good matchup between the two. Lewis came with a pretty big win too. So
It is a big win.
Congrats to Coach Choates. Has he got 3 wins this week? Year?
I think he's got 2 or 3. Yeah, man. That's another one. Lewis could be in line for a playoff spot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're still fighting, so good job on them. And TJ, man, they're rocking and rolling. They shouldn't hang their heads. That's a tough game for them, with their numbers. They still got a winning record. They're like 4-2 on the season.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We head to how about this one? Now the game was not aired on the NFHS. The camera wasn't working.
Yeah.
Robinson and McLean went to double overtime.
Double overtime. Big win for Robo. Finally kind of finished out. I believe Robo was 0-4 coming in. They finally got the one win. But tough loss again for McLean. McLean's another team, right's been in a lot of games and just has not been able to kind of pull some of those out. But
Right.
A good game between those two teams. Good,
Really good game. Yeah, it kind of lets you know where each team stands, and they're almost identical teams. You and I said that we'll know where they both stand in their respective conferences. It didn't tell us enough because they both pretty much, it was a tie almost.
Yeah.
So we really don't know where they stand. I guess we'll have to wait another week. How about this one? In what some people said, you being some people, and you took a lot of flack for it, and I'm here to defend you. You took Wakefield as your upset of the week over WNL, and they came a hair away from pulling it off.
Again, we talked before about how weird the season's been. Coming in, if you were making a bet, my guess is double digit. You would have got a bunch of points. I mean, you would have won if you took in Wakefield.
Yeah.
But I think Wakefield's got something over there. I think they're starting to figure out over there. So yeah, hats off to Wakefield holding tight against a team that knocked off Westfield. They knocked off Westfield and to beat WNL beat Wakefield by 4 points.
Yeah.
It's a weird season. I don't think I've ever seen a season like this before.
No, the parity's through the roof.
Yeah.
Again, meanwhile, Brad has got his feet up and cackling.
Yeah.
But the parity amongst almost everybody else is amazing.
Yeah.
And even their wins are close.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about those earlier. All right, we go west, young man. We go west. Potomac Senior with a big win over Hilton.
Yeah. So Potomac, I know they had a tough loss last week, and Hilton still trying to find their way over there.
Colgan and Garfield. We talked about that one. Forest Park with a big win over Freedom.
Big win over Freedom. Coach Ronga is trying to do the best he can over there. I'm curious how many yards that kid had. We couldn't find it. The running back.
Kellen Lewis.
Kellen Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can. Maybe someone will reach out to us with his stats.
Or put it in the chat, right? Put it on the chat, and we're not on the live. Put in the comments, right? Let us know what.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not live. No, we're not live. All right. Independence win over Osborne, but it was a close game.
It was a close game for a while. Independence trying to rebound after that big loss at Battlefield.
Yeah. I mean, and Independence, kind of rocking and rolling, and Osborne doing their thing. Coach Mel's got them going in the right direction.
Yeah.
All right, Gainesville, big win over Unity Reed.
Gainesville finally able to get themselves off the mat. They got to stack up. They can't afford to get another loss. I mean, they really don't. Not in Region B, they don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Patriot, big win over Osborne Park.
Yeah, Patriot and their team's trying to figure it out, and they seemed to right the ship a little bit with the big win over them.
And then our friends at Meridian with the loss to James Woods, High School.
I think it's James Woods or James Wood. I think it's James Wood.
I know. I like saying James Woods because of the actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Meridian's still fighting. They're still good. I mean, Meridian's I think 500. So I mean, they're solid squad.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, that concludes the best of the rest. But we are not done, not by a long shot, buddy. Just when you thought it was over, like Jason Voorhees. You know, we're in Halloween season. We just keep on going, man. Here we go. Maybe the most exciting part of everything we do. The top 10 list, buddy. Top 10 Nova Power Rankings. Here they come. Maybe some people are saying, you're saying it, I'm saying it, Carl Frederick's saying it, everyone's saying it, their favorite segment. This is...
Or people's least favorite segment.
There are some people who will throw tomatoes at you. Yes, there are. The top 10 Nova Power Rankings. And as always, these are brought to you by the law office of David Marks. They stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. When you hire David Marks Law, you're hiring a team that believes in winning. Contact them today at davidmarkslaw.com. I believe in winning. You believe in winning. We all believe in winning. But you know what? My list here, I'll tell you who believes in winning is these guys knocking on the door that want to get into the party, and I'm not letting them in. I locked the door. I got 4 bolts. And I said, guys, you're not getting in here until I tell you you can get in here. And I'll start it off, buddy. I'll start you off with my list. My outside looking in on my top 10 power rankings this week. AC Titans, who are on a bye week. See, over here, my part, we punish you guys, people, when they're on bye weeks. I know it's not fair. Fairfax, outside looking in on a tight loss. I respect that loss. And another loss. I respect that Westfield tight loss. They're outside looking in. What do you got?
You got Westfield on the outside looking in?
Yeah, I mean, I can't reward you off a loss, buddy. What are you talking about?
All right. You know what? I have Westfield out as well.
There you go. You give me a hard time, make me feel guilty.
Oh, I looked at I realized. So on the outside, I got 6 teams on the outside looking in.
Wow, that's a lot. What do you got? Who's looking in?
I got Fairfax,
Okay.
Garfield, Patriot, Langley, and Westfield.
Oh, I like the Patriot one. I'd say they're outside looking in my house too. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to it. Top 10 starts now. At 10, I have Cole Sandberg and Langley.
At 10, I got Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah, good old Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
See, at 9, Falls Church.
Oh, okay. At 9, I got Centerville.
Oh, yeah, I like Centerville. At 8, South County coming off the big win.
At 8, I got WNL.
Okay, yeah. Could that be now, really? At 7, I have West Springfield.
At 7, I got South County.
Okay, so we're close on that one. At 6, I have Centerville.
At 6, I got West Springfield.
Okay, so we're really close with some of these. Okay, now it gets to the top 5. This is where it gets real now, buddy.
Oh.
Top 5. Pull up the chicken shawarma. I got Yorktown.
I also have Yorktown at 5.
Double shawarma and hummus plate, maybe. Wow, look at that.
Hold on, let's see how we go here. I'm gonna be shocked if we have the same 4.
At 4, pull out the chili dogs. I got Madison.
At 4, I got Madison.
Look at that double chili dog platter. Holy smokes. We might go neck and neck here. At 3, I've got Woodbridge.
At 3, I've got Woodbridge.
Wow, look at great minds think alike. We've come around here.
All right, here we go.
We're a lock. I think we're a lock.
You think
2,
so?
Braddock.
At 2, I got Battlefield.
Oh, we flipped. And at 1, I've got Battlefield.
At 1, I've got Lake Braddock.
Wow. So look at that. Great minds, though. And just so everyone knows, we do not talk about these before.
We do not. We absolutely do
Wow.
not talk about it.
Wow. Holy smokes. Good stuff, man. Good
But
stuff.
you know what it is? We're starting to see kind of where teams are kind of
Yes.
shifting at this point, right?
It shows you, right? It shows you that, like, a lot of people will probably agree with these. Some people won't. And I think the disagreements come on the bottom half, not on the top half.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and you know what? For the record, we're doing our score, and we'll just add the correction now. We overlooked the Mount Vernon game. Mount Vernon with the big win, right, in their game. So we want to make sure we always try and pull out cover all the teams. So Mount Vernon with a big congrats to Coach Holland. We didn't mention that game in the best of the rest.
And the Mount Vernon guys know we like them a lot, and we make sure they get a lot of coverage. Sometimes things slip through the cracks.
Oh, and by the way, in that game, your guy Moret tore it up again.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, that kid is that kid's pretty good.
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And for him in particular, he's got a target on his back, right? They talk about that on
Yes.
18, right? I'm sure every practice from here on out, they're gonna be like, we gotta stop that kid.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. I think, like you said in the watching the games of the night, they got to give him the old Megatron coverage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so top 10 list done, and here we go, buddy. Now a little sneak peek. I'm gonna do one little thing. I know you hate the sneak peek. I'm gonna do one little sneak peek game that I'm looking at. I think a blind person would see this one coming. I think you and I spoke about it earlier, right?
Yeah.
Westfield Madison this week. I mean, we saw what they did last year. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah. I mean, Westfield on a 2-game slide.
Yes.
Madison is piping hot right now.
Wow.
They went to war last year.
Yeah.
Now you could argue this time around, Westfield has the better player.
Right.
The last 2 years, Madison had the better player.
Yeah. You're right.
Has the better player, and I'm not saying that Madison has bad players, but I think Malachi Lee is
right.
From what I've heard,
look, you said it. What did a coach tell you about Malachi Lee?
that he's one of the best players in the state.
Right. That's it.
Or he might be the best player in the state.
That's it. You don't need to say anything else.
Yeah. So now Voss has the big gun, right? He has the big gun, and now Madison has to figure out a way to stop him.
Yep.
Where last couple of years it's been Dom nicely.
So there we go. A little sneak peek into the midweek show. Here we go, buddy. Well, I hope everyone enjoys watching their football games, NFL games today.
Watching it right now, right?
Watching right now. Watching.
Or what coach he says he washes the dishes and listens to our show.
You can't beat that. Do your chores. Do your Sunday chores, right? You wash the
Mow
dishes.
the lawn, right? Mow the lawn. Put the headphones in.
I do some laundry. All that's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, from Dash and Dan, we'll see you guys next time on All Hitches.
See you.
Hitches podcast.